Hey kiddos, this is Ronan120 with a walkthrough and commentary video for Metal Gear Solid 5 The Phantom Pain. Today we're playing Chapter 1, Episode 1, Phantom Limbs. My playthrough videos for The Phantom Pain will focus on completing all of the objectives. While some objectives are obvious and in line with the mission, several are not. All objectives are revealed after you've completed the mission at least once, and some objectives absolutely cannot be cleared within the same playthrough, forcing at least 2 playthroughs on some missions. That's not the case with the Phantom Limbs. It is possible to complete all of the objectives on one run, and I think that's what I've done here. Well, let's take a look at the objectives we'll complete today. The first 2 are in line with the mission, Pinpointed Kazuhira Miller's whereabouts, and Extracted Kazuhira Miller. However, the Extracted the Commander from Wakh's and Barracks is way out of the way. Completed the mission without being discovered by the Skulls may have been a goal for the stealthiest among us from the outset, though I did not complete it on my first run. And secured the rough diamonds hidden in Spugmay Keep, and extracted the transport truck driver never would have occurred to me. Well, first let's look for the diamonds here in Spugmay Keep. After the introduction with Revolver Ocelot, you'll be left to your own devices. Over here, just a little bit east of your starting point, we're going to look for some golden crescent that we can collect, and then a crack in the wall right above that. I get lost here for like a few more seconds. But there we go, that's what we're looking for. You could also use your night vision goggles to look for the crack in the wall fairly easily. And then we'll make our way up and we'll find the diamonds up top. Now we'll head to the Wilo Kalai. On the way you'll find an outpost. I won't go through every outpost on these missions. You can avoid them altogether or you can manage on your own. There's usually like a handful of guards at the most. Watch out for patrols on the road and listen for trucks. Once you get to the village, find a vantage point to scout the area. Here's the one I used. It's just south of the village. At the onset of the mission, Ocelot had you spot a location, the little flashy lens flare thing. That's where the intel is kept to pinpoint Kaz's location. So we'll head there. It should be labeled Alpha on your map. Now this area should be easy enough. I think the game does a great job of ramping up the difficulty. It starts out very nice and slow and easy, and it'll ramp up mission by mission into something much more difficult and something much more of a, what do you expect out of a Metal Gear mission. But it's nice that it starts out nice and slow, nice open areas, good places to hide, fairly few guards. And you might want to get closer than I am. I'm using the upgraded tranquilizer pistol. It's got a longer range. So this is the building, and we'll just go up the stairs and into the room. And there's the intel, easy cheesy.
Intel file extraction arrived at the Sunrise set shortly.
Now, we'll get out of here, but we're not going to head to the Guandi card just yet. Instead, we're going to achieve another one of the objectives over at Wakh's and Barracks, which is to the northwest. On my way out of here, I tried to Fulton this guy. And as you can plainly see, there are 2 guys over here in my way.
Marker placed.
But I neglected to notice the guy who would end up behind
Analysis
me.
complete.
You can even see his head pop up right around there to the right. So if you're gonna take out guards through long range headshots, don't do it out in the open like here.
Analysis complete. Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Boss, taking the scenic route? That's not the way to one day. Check its location on your iDroid.
I like Ocelot's little irritation there when you get off the beaten path. Well, here's the Wakh's Barracks on the map.
Marker placed.
And we'll just follow this road. Mind the outpost on the way.
Marker placed.
It's an enemy guard post. Watch it.
And closer to the barracks, you might run into a bear. You should probably avoid him right now.
Detected. You have arrived at your destination.
That's the Soviet Army's Watson Barracks. Heavier
And
enemy presence than back at Mile.
now we're here at Wakh's Barracks. I've skipped the beginning part of my infiltration into these barracks. Our objective is to extract the commander, so we'll need to find him, identify him. I interrogated a couple soldiers to find out who he is. The one at the tent by the bridge, and the searchlight on the hill, and no useful info. But this Russian manning the searchlight over here, he's got the information we want.
You have arrived at your destination.
And this is searchlight along the main road.
The weather will clear shortly.
Take a look at our map, and as you may have suspected, he's deep within the barracks. But the info we have eliminates having to search for him in general, and we know to avoid like the west part of the barracks entirely. And there's a group of like 4 or 5 buildings over here, more towards the east, and that's where we're going to concentrate our search. If you ignore interrogating soldiers, high-ranking Russians seem to have berets, so you can identify them from here. So heading on in, we've headed up back the hill, and you can see this big gate, and that's where we're going in. So I expected someone by that emplacement, but I didn't expect him, so learn from my mistakes. So we'll head on through the gates. We'll ignore this part of the barracks. That's for another mission to worry about. We'll concentrate on everything to my right. Oh, the commander is marked Lima. The one marked Mike is a specialist or an elite soldier, and he's just a bonus if you can get to him.
Analysis complete.
So there's our target. He's like in one of the buildings towards the back, of course. That jeep is coming in with 2 patrolling soldiers. And I'm surprised I got some attention there. Now, I know non-lethal weapons don't have penetration to go through glass. But if you could, that's our guy.
Analysis complete.
And we've made it to the building. Now, I've tried to use the knocking lure, but the commander doesn't fall for it.
Analysis complete.
Oops.
Analysis complete.
So our commander's still there. Put this guy somewhere else. Aww. That poor guy's tired. I don't know why I dropped him. I don't think there's any need to do that. Now, as you can see from the indicator, you can jump through windows like this, but you'll break through the glass, and that's allowed, and that'll get some unnecessary attention. But at this point, I think I was just F it, I'm going through the door, I'm gonna get this guy anyway. Alert status, great, right? So once he's knocked out, grab him and go. I think everyone's attention is, yeah, towards the front, the outside. So while they're distracted, let's find a nice quiet corner for him to Fulton out. Up, up, and away. That's another objective complete. Well, let's get out of here. We'll go out through the big gate, but once we're there, we'll hang a left to get out the other side to head towards the Guandi car and get Kaz Miller. And at this point, I don't think there's any chance that I'm going to get Mike now, so I'm going to ignore him. And it's the little things. I could have just waited and avoided getting attention from this guy. But no, I had to rush it. So he's investigating, but he's too far out, so I'm going to use the knock lure to get him closer so I can knock him out here on this wall. And we got some attention, so I'll just move low, but not too slow. Take advantage of the AI's habit to call in or to be cautious when they're walking towards something suspicious. And I'm surprised I did not get seen by that guy. And we'll make our way out to the left towards where Miller's being kept. And I didn't want to drop straight down and risk dying here, so mind the path that I'm taking. It's a great way down for now, and I'm sure it's a great way back up if you want to infiltrate from the other side.
The sun will rise momentarily. Analysis complete.
And just mind the outpost on the way to the Guande car.
Marker placed.
Now make your way towards the Guande car. Infiltration from the front or middle is just silly. You can approach from either side and get yourself towards like the back of the camp of the village or whatever. Since it's got like a cliff face on the back to it, you got this huge wall, and it just limits the directions where you can have enemies sneak up behind you. That being said, there's a lot of buildings. It's a little maze-like, but I'm not entirely sure of the layout of the place myself. I just know that Miller's sort of towards, I believe, the east of the camp, somewhere around here. It's where all the guards might be. And this guy's in my way, so I'll just lure him towards me. And the guard's range of hearing seems to be 13 meters, thereabouts. So use that to your advantage when getting close, or if there's two of them, you could just wait until one of them's 13 meters away from you. And as we make our way towards Kaz, there'll be more and more soldiers. If you have the intel reports, then you can see where everyone's collected. And hopefully your suppressor's full, because I ended up using a lot of it against all the guards around here.
Analysis complete.
I believe it's that building right in front of me, but I take a detour. You probably don't want to watch me just collect resources, so on future playthroughs I'll make sure not to just go out of my way for resources. But if it's in my path, I'm going to get it. And so should you. Ooh, diamond. And I'm gonna get this guy. Huh? Oh, what did he see? Oh wait, who saw me? Well, he's hustling. Oh well.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Ugh, sloppy.
Analysis complete.
And don't rely on guards to get right close to you to wake up the other guard. Guards will now call each other from a distance to wake up their comrades. Ooh, headshot. Oh, reflex. Double reflex. And alert.
That's the building, boss. That's where they're holding Miller.
So this is the right building, but I got a little lost. Took this little detour. Though I've never infiltrated this building from the bottom. I know I'm lost, and it's super fun to watch. And there's Miller.
Extraction arrived at Mother
Secure the
Base.
target. I'll send the chopper to get you out. Make your way to the RV.
Mission info has been updated.
Now we just have to extract Miller and avoid the skulls. Oh yeah, the truck driver. Well, maybe next playthrough.
Which hasn't slowed you down one bit. Not so heavy anymore, right? Magic words, boss. I've been waiting 9 years to hear 'em. Kept you waiting, huh? Come on. Say it for old time's sake.
Did I? Did I hear a truck? And there's our truck driver. Well, here's an old trick from Ground Zeroes, and it works well here too. If you need a truck to stop, you can use your silenced rifle. Tag it a few times, and the truck driver will stop. And he'll either stop to investigate, he'll stop the truck and walk towards where you are to see if you're still in that position, or he'll stop and wait by the truck. Sometimes he'll call it in, sometimes not. In any case, boom, headshot.
Helicopter has arrived.
Oh, hello, patrol. And we'll just Fulton him out. Another objective. And that brings us to our final objective. Now we just have to avoid detection by the skulls. user Last Iconoclast on Reddit had a brilliant idea. It's the easiest way you can do this. If you destroy the anti-air radar in a given area, you can open up a nearby landing zone. So that's what he did, and then he redirected the chopper to the new landing zone, the newly opened up one, avoiding the encounter with the skulls entirely, and it counts as not getting discovered by the skulls. But here's the more traditional method. I'm sure you've seen this around, and I'm sure it's the one that you've thought of when dealing with this. The skulls seem to follow you wherever you are. Even if they don't have line of sight, they'll just sort of slowly amble towards your general direction. So use that to your advantage. Just bait all of them from on top of the bridge and the hill, down a little further into the ravine, and then make your way out back to the top side and make your way out on a horse. So I'm going to get a little impatient here soon. If they get suspicious, don't panic, but move with haste. They'll start to move quickly towards you. And at this point, I don't think he's going anywhere, and I can't exactly pop out. That'll get all sorts of attention. So I just sat here to make sure he wasn't chasing me any further. And then I started to distract him with magazines to get him facing the other direction so I could slowly make my way out of here. I think he's turned around. It's a good thing you get infinite magazines to just throw away. That's far enough. It looks like all four of them are down on the ridge, so I'll just get out of here. So just make your way to the new LZ and you're done with the mission. Even though it took me an hour and change to get through this mission, you get plenty of points for extracting the commander and avoiding the skulls. Even though I don't get the reflex mode bonus and the retry bonus, you still get plenty of points otherwise. Well, if you like this video, subscribe and share please and thank you. See you next time, kiddos.